Hi, I'm Robert Conkey, producer at Activision on Transformers Devastation.
So talk a little about what the goals were heading into this game.
That's a great question. So really the goals were, as Activision, we wanted to try something a little bit new. We'd had some really awesome Transformers games in the past, and they had a really gritty, really realistic feel, and we loved that. But we wanted to do something that we hadn't really done before and just, try out some new territory. Talk to Platinum Games, who is known for making some pretty awesome games, and also they have really good tech for going with a more cel-shaded look, and ask them what they could do. And they came back with what you see in Devastation, and we were just blown away. Hasbro was blown away, we were blown away. Everyone loved it, and we said we have to make this game. That's kind of how that came out.
Talk about where this fits into the Transformers universe.
So it's actually very interesting. It's kind of a mix of several. So in general, it's taking place in Hasbro's Generations universe, but it takes inspiration from the IDW comic books as well as the original TV show, and kind of puts them all together, and of course the Generations toy line, and it kind of puts them all together into this modern take on the classic Transformers. So
what's the story going on within the game universe?
So what's happening is the Earth is suddenly and violently being transformed into a new Cybertron, which is really bad news for the humans there. The Decepticons show up on the scene, and they seem to have an idea of what's going on, but it doesn't look like it's them. And then the Autobots get there. The Decepticons have already set up defenses, and they're up to something. And as the Autobots, you need to figure out exactly what that is and try to stop Megatron, whatever he's up to.
Talk a little about the gameplay perspective and what role transforming plays in this level design.
Sure. So yeah, the way the game works is actually very unique amongst Transformers games. This time around, we're very melee based, although there is range attacks as well. But the really cool thing that Platinum's achieved this time around is when you transform, you actually do it as part of your melee combos. So whenever you finish a combo, you'll see like a blue flash on the screen. If you press the button, you'll actually transform and throw yourself at the enemy, and then be able to continue your combo. If you're really good at it, you can actually do that multiple times in a row and connect some really cool, really long combos.
What are you guys showing here at Gamescom?
We're showing a few boss battles. We're showing Blitzwing. We're also showing Shockwave, and we're showing some battles with Insecticons that haven't really been seen before, behind closed doors. And then we also have the demo playable, which takes you from the very beginning of the game up to an epic battle with Devastator.
Talk a little about the Insecticons and what they add to the game.
So the Insecticons, I don't want to spoil too much about exactly where they're coming from, but they are a very different type of opponent than your regular. I don't know, that's hard to describe actually. It ended up being a little bit spoilery. Okay. The fact that there are Insecticons in the game has been revealed, but I don't want to talk too much about their origins. Gameplay-wise, they tend to work differently from most other enemies in that they tend to have attacks that come down from above rather than straight at you or trying to hit you with stuff as much. I think that's about mostly what I want to say.
So talk about the boss battles and how that gameplay differs from the rest of the game.
Yeah, so boss battles actually, each one is very unique. Each boss has his own set of moves. Often they'll have, in typical Platinum Games style, they'll have a certain set of moves at one point, and then they have an enraged state, and all of a sudden they get really serious and way harder once you reach a certain point. But all of them kind of have, there's a number of ways to beat them more easily, and it's up to the player to try and figure it out. You can always brute force it, but that may not always be the best way.